We have built out our execute block logic, and it depends on the dispatch logic, which is not yet implemented. Let's change that. The dispatch function is going to take our runtime call and route it to the right palette function. So far, the only user callable function we have created is the transfer function in the balances palette. Your task will be to add the balances transfer variant to the runtime call, which will contain the fields to, which is going to be an account ID, amount, which is going to be a balance. Now you might ask yourself, why don't we need the caller? Well, the caller is already inside the extrinsic. So the extrinsic is caller call. The call is going to be the runtime call, and the caller is already there. So inside the dispatch function, we can take both of these kinds of data and put it and forward it to the function call of the palette. No need to include it into the runtime call again. Then we can move on to the dispatch function. You will want to use a match statement on the runtime call and match all the variants. Right now it's going to be only the balances transfer variant, and this is going to map to the self balances transfer function, and into the transfer function you're going to put all the data that is required as arguments. Finally, propagate errors up to the caller, because we anyways catch them inside here our loop. So this is going to be catched here. We'll land the error and then we will print it. And that's what we want to have, this kind of pipeline. Before we move on, I will show you how the model is now changing. What we have seen previously is this here. We receive bytes that are being decoded to our extrinsic. This is being passed to the dispatch handler, and this is calling some kind of a dispatch function. And this function, whatever it is, it's supposed to return a dispatch result. We can refine it to show execute block looping extrinsics, pulling the caller and call, and handling them to the dispatch function. As you can see now, we receive bytes, but instead to extrinsic, they are now being decoded to our block with a header and extrinsic. This is being passed into the execute block function. Here we loop through all the extrinsics. Every extrinsic is being deconstructed. So we can see here a caller and a call, and this is being passed to the dispatch function, which receives as arguments the caller and a runtime call. And this is forwarding and correctly routing the calls to the palettes functions, which still are supposed to return implement dispatch result. This is now a model which more accurately represents our state of things. Pause here and finish both pieces.